Three.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Professor. Hello, my team members. Our project name is called NOMOBO, and we're doing sentiment analysis. So our agenda is a summary of the project. We'll talk about what we did and what we're doing currently. And team will introduce ourselves. And communication plan, we will talk about what tools we'll be using to communicate with our client and how we will get the feedback, and also how he'll get the feedback, and so we can communicate properly and professionally through the meetings. And execution plan, we'll talk about how to achieve our goals. And budget will be talked about our finances and how we can actually do it correctly with our goal. So what is the project about? Our objective is to extract actionable insights and formulate strategic marketing recommendations for NOMOBO, enhancing in marketing strategy through data-driven adjustments aligned with market trends and customer sentiments. So we put the activities, and we'll explain how to achieve our goals. So we'll engage in thorough data cleansing, refine data structure, conduct comprehensive research, and list the aspect for sentiment analysis. We'll implement identified aspects, rigorously test the code, and incorporate feedback for continuous refinement. We'll integrate received feedback, focus on further project development, and implement additional features and improvements as identified during testing. We'll integrate the ChatGPT API for advanced text analysis within the project. We'll implement feedback received and integrate Power BI for enhanced data visualization and other stuff. So, and finally, we'll dedicate time to thorough documentation and compile a detailed list of completed work for the next team's reference. So our team members, team lead is me. So I'll be ensuring the team is aware of project objectives, timelines, and milestones. Also, I'll collaborate with team members to find solutions to challenges and etc. Business analyst is Alejandro Barrera. So he will analyze data to identify trends, patterns, and insights relevant to the project. He will create detailed specifications and documentation for proposed solutions and etc. And the developer is Smith Himanshu Raval. He'll write high-quality, efficient, and maintainable code according to project specifications. He'll also develop and execute unit tests to ensure the reliability of code and create comprehensive documentation for code, APIs, and system architecture, and so on.
So
the
sorry,
minutes of meeting will be talked by Alejandro. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alvin. So we already had our first meeting with the client. The date of the meeting was January 10, and the purpose of that meeting was, first of all, to touch base with our client, let them know that we are going to start the execution plan. But also we wanted to go into detail about how that execution was going to be delivered and carried out. So that's what we did. That's what we did. We shared with them what we had planned. They agreed with our plan, and we also set some communication a plan that we are going to follow to be able to give them our deliverables and communicate with them when we have completed the different milestones. Can we go to the next one, please? So about this communication plan that we are going to follow, we identified some principal stakeholders with we want to keep some kind of communication. So we identified the client, uh, our professor and colleagues, and also the communication within ourselves. So with the client, we agreed that we are going to be meeting bi-weekly or according to necessity, which means that if we have a question that cannot be answered by email, we were going to set uh, a meeting with them, and they agreed with our communication. Actually, they wanted to meet weekly, but we think that it is not necessary to have that kind of frequent communication. Our second stakeholders, first is the professor and our colleagues in this class, with which we're going to have weekly updates through these MRP meetings. And finally, of course, the communication of ourselves within the team. So we're going to have weekly updates, and also we're going to have uh, meetings and communication through WhatsApp and email according to what we need in the moment. Next one, please. Thank you so much. So next is the next part of this presentation is going to be uh, delivered to you by our developer.
So, hello, Professor, and hello, other fellas. So, the execution plan for our project will be we have separated our work and our plans into the 14 weeks plan. So, the first 2 weeks we'll be doing the data cleansing and refine the data structure, and we'll conduct the research of the data, and we'll identify and list out the aspects for our sentiment analysis. For week 3 and week 4, we'll be implement those identify aspects by using the aspect based on our sentiment analysis library, and we'll do the coding part, and we'll implement those stuffs, and we create a complete sentiment data analysis, and we'll send over the output to the client, and we'll have as we spoke, we'll be having a meeting with client, and we'll ask for feedback in week 5 and 6. The feedback which we have received, we'll be working on those part, and we'll improve our codes, and we'll be identify the taste, the bugs and the other improvements, and we'll implement those stuffs. And the week 7th and 8th will be our midterm exam, so we'll be working on this feedbacks, and we'll be presenting our midterm exams presentations, and we'll be uh, on a short break for that. On week 9 and 10, we will be implementing our ChatGPT API for text analysis. And we will integrate those ChatGPT feedbacks on those reviews, and we'll uh, also include those reviews and into our sentiment analysis. Week 11 and 12 will be working on the visualization parts more and more, and week 30 and 40 will be concluding all those stuffs that we have done so far, and we'll be documenting those stuffs, and we'll do the knowledge transfer in week 13 and 14. So the week 1 update, we as we've got web scraping code from our client, those which have created a GitHub document, GitHub file, which has the Amazon review scraping codes and YouTube scraping codes. By using those files, we have scrapped Amazon reviews for those products which client had asked in our meeting. And also for week 1 update, as we planned, implement we were supposed to implement the data cleansing and text pre processing code. So we have implemented those two functionalities, and for this week, the current week, will be listing out those aspects by digging into the web script and pre-processed text, and we'll be listing out those aspects from the output files. And later on, we'll be using those aspects and implement those aspect-based analysis. And the next communication plan that we have set, uh, as we asked our client for feedback for aspects, we'll be analyzing data and we'll list out those aspects and we'll send over the aspects to the client, and I will ask for his guide. If we are missing out on any aspects, we'll be receiving those aspects from him, and will include those aspects in our sentiment analysis. So we'll be sending over those emails by end of the second week, and after implementing those codes, uh, aspect codes, we'll be having a meeting in end of the fourth week. So these are the some brand names and the Amazon reviews count we have scraped from those codes, and these are some code snippets, and I will share those codes over here. Guys, just let me know is my code is visible. Okay,
Yes.
so these are the pre-libraries that we have importing, and this is the handle emotion. If they have if we find any emojis and comments, so we'll be uh, encode those emojis into an emotion, and we'll be handling those emotion into text. Also, we'll be doing some contraction dictionaries like it's or don't, and we separate those contractions. Uh, as in human language, we do find some typos. We might find some spelling errors. So we have also included spell check correction from the spell check library. And these are some negotiations. This function will be also the part of the text pre-processing for, and these are some basic text pre-processing. We are converting those text into the lower cases. We are splitting those tokens, and we are removing some special characters and punctuations. If we find any other URL on the comments, we will be excluding those URLs also, and we are applying those emotions and emojis and contractions and spell checking function for to the reviews, and this is the text process function we are applying on the reviews. So this is what we have code for week one. This is our update on data analysis, and the next part will be explained by Alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much, Smith. So, to finalize this presentation, we're going to talk a little bit about the budget. So, first of all, here is a general view of the budget. So, we have two principal items. We have the payment roll, which would be the payment that we would be received for our work. And second of all, the software and the tools that we're going to use. In total, we're going to be like the total budget for this project is going to be $6,407. So we're going to see why this money. So we did a calculation of around 8 hours per week during 4 weeks of the month, with a total payment of $50 per hour during 4 months. So that's a total of $6,400. And our other item is going to be using AI language Azure. We use the calculator that Microsoft have available, and because we don't have a really big database, we calculated that if we use this tool, we are going to need $7 to cover the analysis that we propose. Thank you so much for your attention, and see you on the next meeting.